This broadcast is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan for thepeople.com.
On your side from Charlotte, WBTV News starts right now.
Give us answers. Come on.
The search for a missing girl from Cornelius continues as today we observe her 12th birthday, the latest push from police in the community to help find Madalina Kojikari. Plus, we could hear new details tomorrow in the investigation into a Charlotte woman's death in Mexico. Attorneys for Shanquella Robinson's family are meeting with federal investigators. And community activists frustrated after they say they weren't included in the decision to demolish 2 hotels in Northeast Charlotte.
We are actively doing this work in this community each and every day. We should have a voice at the table.
Well, this local man believes this could hurt his plans to turn the hotels into affordable housing. Well, it has been nearly 5 months since Madalina Kojikari disappeared from Cornelius. Today, on her 12th birthday, we're getting an update from police on the search for her. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight at 11. I'm John Carter. Molly Grantham has the night off. Madalina was last seen November 21st as she got off her school bus, but she wasn't reported missing until December 15th. 2 days later, her mother, Diana Kojikari, and stepfather, Christopher Palmer, were arrested and charged with failure to report her missing. Now, they are still in jail. And this is a newly released picture of the now 12-year-old. Tonight, Cornelius police and the FBI continue to work to figure out where she is. WBTV's Nikki Hauser is joining us live now after talking to the police chief in Cornelius. Nikki, what's the latest here?
Right, John, I talked to that police chief this afternoon who was very clear. They want to find Madalina, but they are being very tight-lipped about details in this investigation. And that's for a reason, so as not to jeopardize anything in this ongoing case. On Madalina Kojikari's 12th birthday, Cornelius police give thoughts and prayers, but not a lot of answers.
That's all part of our ongoing investigation, and I can't comment. Sorry.
What Cornelius Chief David Baucom did tell me is they're tracking down new leads every day with assistance from the FBI and SBI. He says they're determined to find Madalina.
It motivates us just like it would motivate any parent or any community that had something like this happen. This is not something that any community ever expects to happen, and when it does happen, you know, we're going to do everything we can to resolve it.
But Tuesday night's vigil for Madalina,
Give us answers. Come on.
revealed increased frustration and worry from those who've looked for her since day one.
It's sad. You know, it's just a sad, sad situation that it could happen right here next door to you.
And she used to be really nice, and she's really smart.
Her former classmates, Jennifer and Yukari Hernandez, still wondering where their friend went and if she's okay.
She's a really, really sweet girl, and we really miss her.
We told you about the latest break in this case from unsealed search documents in March, detailing Madalina's mother's ties to people in the drug trafficking sphere and her possible intent to smuggle her daughter away. Although police emphasize they can't reveal much more,
We're hopeful that we're going to find her, and we're going to be able to answer all of your questions at a future time.
her community is still here, still hopeful, and still showing up.
I just want her to come back to her house and to, like, this community safe.
And John, you know, I talked to that mother of those young girls you just heard from. She did not want to be on camera, but she did start crying with me off camera saying, what if it were her kids? And I know a lot of parents, a lot of people in this community can really relate to all of that. And a lot more are asking what's next in this case. Well, Cornelius PDs say once they get a break, they'll let us know. In the meantime, the next court appearance for Madalina's parents who are still in jail, that comes up May 11th. We'll be there. We'll get you updates as we have them. John?
All right, thanks, Nikki Hauser, live on your side tonight with the latest on that Madalina Kojikari case. Nikki, thank you. And if you have seen Madalina or you know anything about this case that could help in the investigation, please call the FBI at 1-800-FBI. You can also call the Cornelius Police Department at 704-892-7773. Looking ahead, we expect to learn new details tomorrow on the investigation into a Charlotte woman who died in Mexico. The attorney for Shanquella Robinson's family will be meeting with federal investigators in Charlotte. Robinson died in Mexico more than 5 months ago while on a trip with friends. Her family's attorney, Sue Ann Robinson, said in a press release that Mexican prosecutors say one of the friends was the direct aggressor in her death. The attorney also said a friend claimed her cause of death was alcohol poisoning, but an autopsy revealed she died from a severe spinal cord injury. Well, after the meeting with federal investigators tomorrow, the family and their attorney will hold a gathering to discuss the investigation, and WBTV's Brandon Hamilton will be covering this live tomorrow starting at noon. This could be a live look at uptown Charlotte right now. Boy, another gorgeous looking night out there tonight. Oh, it's clear, and I do believe it's going to be that way tomorrow. Meteorologist Rachel Coulter has your certified most accurate forecast right now. So, Rachel, warmer tomorrow than it was today, perhaps?
Yeah, even fortunately so, especially for the morning hours, because I know it was really chilly heading out the door this morning. We had those frosty conditions, waking up to the 30s. This afternoon felt great, but we did have a really cold start. We're already running anywhere from about 5 to 10 degrees above where we were 24 hours ago. So this is going to set us up for still a chilly night, but not as cold as what we had this morning. Still 58 degrees. In Charlotte, it's 55. If you're listening in from Statesville, already down into the 40s in a few spots. So Albemarle, you're at 49 degrees, 42 out towards Boone, and 48 in Lenore and Morganton. And we're going to start in the 40s, low to mid 40s for most locations. So low 40s right around that 40 degree mark, few upper 30s possible in the higher elevations, and then low to mid 40s for the Charlotte area. But once that sun's up, temperatures are going to lift pretty quickly, mid 50s by 9 o'clock in the morning, and then we just warm up from there. So high temperatures in the mountains around 69 degrees, but we're going to be reaching the upper 70s from the foothills through the sandhills with a forecast high temperature of 79 degrees in the Piedmont, 80 by Thursday. So we have lots of sunshine in the forecast. Gorgeous days ahead, at least through Thursday, and then we get the changes. So watching Friday, already first alert weather day, because it's going to be our next opportunity for rain, all associated with a low pressure system. We're going to watch out of the Gulf of Mexico, but that's only one opportunity for rain that we have. Looking ahead to the weekend, can't rule out a stray shower Saturday, but another first alert weather day on Sunday. So if you have some weekend plans, if you're planning out your Friday, I'll have an updated look at that hour by hour forecast here in just a second, because I have some good news about this forecast as well, John.
All right, looking forward to that. Thanks, Rachel. Well, new tonight at 11, local activists say City Council's decision to purchase and demolish 2 hotels in Northeast Charlotte does not set well with them. Last night at 11, we told you Council voted 6-3 after an intense debate to tear down and redevelop the economy and budget-in motels off Reagan Drive. Well, WBTV's Erica Lunsford spoke to local city activists about this tonight. Erica?
Tonight, I spoke with Kenneth Robinson. He says he's disappointed with Charlotte City Council's decision to buy the motels on Reagan Drive. He says his organization, along with Heal Charlotte, were in talks with the city with other plans for the property.
We are actively doing this work in this community each and every day. We should have a voice at the table.
Robinson is the founder of Freedom Fighting Missionaries. He says part of the organization's mission is to help those facing hardships and challenges to become self-efficient.
We were one of the organizations in consideration for developing some of this property into affordable housing.
The properties on Reagan Drive are in an area that has been plagued by crime over the years. City Council members hope that by having the city purchase the property, it can more directly address making improvements, although no formal plans are in place. Robinson says he fears the plans he and Heal Charlotte discussed with the city may not come to fruition.
Well, we were very disappointed, and not just the vote, but for there not being any plans with intention, right, to specifically say that once this is done, that the land will go directly to Black-led, Black-owned and operated developers. Organizations like Freedom Fighting Missionaries and Heal Charlotte have been in talks and negotiations with the City for Charlotte for well over 2 years about the purchase of hotels to transition them into either affordable housing or transitional housing to help serve the homeless population.
Robinson says he has more questions for City Council.
That is the goal here, to just say to the city officials, what about us and why are we continuously being left out?
The city has yet to announce any future plans for the property. Reporting in Charlotte, Erica Lunsford, WBTV, on your side.
All right, Erica. And by the way, the city's buying the 4.5-acre property for $4.2 million. The mayor's racial equity initiative is also contributing $1 million to the project to help demolish the site, as well as provide funds to help relocate residents of the motels. Well, now at 11, new details about a murder on Easter Sunday revealed in court this morning. Police say 35-year-old Laura Miller was killed in an apartment on Southwood Oaks Lane in East Charlotte. Miguel Gonzalez-Rosales is charged with her murder. Well, today in court, the prosecutor said the scene was very gruesome. And the details are too, so we're leaving most of them out of this story right now. The prosecutor said there was extensive damage to Miller's body and crosses were arranged around her body. The prosecutor also said the suspect's brother called 911 to report the killing. Now, Gonzalez-Rosales was not given bond today. He was appointed an attorney, but told the judge he would like to represent himself. His next court appearance is scheduled for April 19th. All right, next at 11 o'clock, new video of the moment police encountered that man who was firing shots inside a bank in Louisville, Kentucky. That video has been released. What the deputy police chief is saying about the officer's brave actions. Rachel?
And the next couple of days are looking sunny and dry. That does change by the end of the week. We have a first look weather day in place on Friday. Also watching parts of the weekend. Look at those rain chances next.
And you are watching Charlotte's best and most trusted news at 11. We'll be right back.